In the New England of the 1630s, a man named William is expelled from his colony due to a religious dispute. He is expelled along with his family, his wife Catherine, his daughter Thomasin, his son Caleb, and the twins Mercy and Jonas. The banished family moves away from the colony and settles near an isolated and vast forest. And this is how the story begins.
Welcome to Random Recaps. In this video, I'm going to recap the movie.
Sometime later, the family builds a farm to live on, and Catherine gives birth to a fifth child named Samuel. Catherine asks Thomasin to take care of the baby for a moment. She starts playing with her brother. But at one moment, when she covers her face with her hands, the baby disappears. The baby is kidnapped by a witch who uses his blood to prepare an ointment to be able to fly. Catherine, devastated by Samuel's disappearance, spends her days crying and praying. Meanwhile, William spends his days searching for his son, but upon not finding him, he assumes he is dead. He and Caleb go into the forest to hunt. By the way, Caleb is a tremendous pervert looking at his sister's boobs.
Bro.
In the forest, Caleb worriedly wonders if his unbaptized brother has gone to hell. His father tells him that only God knows that.
Would I tell thee that Sam sleeps in Jesus? But I cannot tell thee that.
Caleb also asks where he got the weapons for hunting, and his father tells him that he sold his mother's silver cup to buy them. While walking, they find a rabbit, but when William shoots, he injures his eye. Meanwhile, at the farm, the twins play with their black goat named Black Phillip. According to the children, the goat speaks to them. Their father arrives to put it away before it harms the children. The tension in the family increases when Catherine gets angry at her husband for leaving without warning, as she is terrified that one of their children might wander into the forest for obvious reasons. Caleb goes to fetch water from the river, where he finds his sister, and again looks at her boob. Bro, stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
At that moment, their little sister Mercy appears to tease them, playing that she is a witch, the witch who took their brother, and she blames Thomasin for letting the witch take him. She knows this because the goat told her. Although her brother thinks it was a wolf, Thomasin plays along and tells her that she is the witch who made a pact with the devil, offering the baby. Mercy starts getting scared, and even though it is a joke, Thomasin warns her not to say anything to their parents. That night, while having dinner, Catherine asks Thomasin about the silver cup. She does not know where it is, but her mother blames her for losing it anyway. Her father tries to defend her,
She hasn't touched it, Catherine.
but Catherine insists that something strange is happening. She sends Thomasin to lock up the goats. When she goes to do it, she finds the rabbit her father was going to hunt. William tries to comfort his wife and make her stop suffering over their missing son, although she believes their family is cursed. The children overhear their parents talking and hear Catherine say that since Thomasin is older, she wants her to go serve another family, in addition to her concern over the scarce food on the farm, as the land is not yielding good wheat. In the middle of the night, Caleb and Thomasin sneak out and go into the forest with their dog to check the hunting traps. At that moment, the dog sees the same rabbit again. Caleb runs towards it while Thomasin falls off her frightened horse. Night falls, and their parents search for them desperately. Caleb cannot find his sister or his dog, so scared, he starts praying. He hears a noise and while running, trips and finds his dog dead. Thomasin wakes up and hears her father's voice, so she runs until she finds him. Meanwhile, Caleb finds the rabbit again and follows it to the cabin where the witch is. She comes out as a beautiful and seductive woman, luring Caleb to kiss him. Catherine, angry, asks her daughter why they went into the forest. To defend his daughter, William confesses that he was the one who took the cup. He also admits that he was the one who took Caleb into the forest. Catherine gets angry with him for the lies while he promises to go find his son and not return until he has found him. Thomasin goes to lock up the goats. There, she hears a noise, and upon investigating, finds Caleb naked, delirious, and sick. What would the witch have done to him? The next day, the twins talk to Philip and ask him what happened to their brother. The goat tells them that Thomasin is evil
Damn your Black Phillip.
and that she put the devil inside Caleb, which is why he got sick.
Lies! They filled the earth by lies!
Never hurt Caleb, nor Sam, nor...
At that moment, while Thomason is milking the goat, it starts to produce blood. Catherine prays for her son and tells her husband that she thinks Caleb is the victim of witchcraft, though William does not believe her. He plans to go to the colony to find a doctor for their son. Catherine is not so sure about the plan, and through tears, she confesses that since she lost her son, her faith has weakened, making her unable to feel the presence of Jesus within her, something she had felt since she was Thomason's age. Mercy starts singing a song about the goat, and at that moment, they hear Caleb having violent convulsions, screaming about what the witch did to him. He vomits an apple, and when his mother says he is bewitched, the twins blame Thomason for the spell. Her father defends her, and they begin to pray to resist the devil's tricks. But as they start to pray, the twins say they do not remember the Lord's Prayer. And not only that, but they also say that every time they pray, they feel pain. William realizes that his children are also cursed. Caleb begins saying the names of animals and shouting that the witch wants his blood. With his last breath, Caleb asks Jesus to save him. The family prays with him, and he surrenders himself to the love of Christ so he can die in peace.
My Lord, take me to thy lap.
Catherine cries in despair at losing another child. Thomason runs away crying, and her father comforts her. But then he insinuates that he believes she bewitched Caleb.
I am no witch, Father.
She insists that she is not a witch, but her father asks her to tell him the truth. She confronts him and says she knows he plans to send her to another family. She also calls him a hypocrite for lying to Catherine and letting her always take the blame for everything. She tells him to talk to the twins, since they have the ability to talk to the goat. She blames the goat for being the devil and says that along with the twins, they cursed the place. William takes Thomason to tell the truth to her mother.
Jonas and Mercy. They made covenant with the devil in the shape of Black Phillip.
Not being sure whether Thomason is lying or not, he decides to lock her up along with the twins in the barn with the goats. Meanwhile, Thomason begs him not to lock them in there. That night, William kneels and blames himself for everything, asking God to take him and forgive his children. Catherine starts having a delusion where she believes she sees Caleb holding his baby brother. At that moment, Catherine starts breastfeeding Samuel, but in reality, it is a raven that is pecking at her, while she laughs hysterically. Meanwhile, in the barn, the witch enters, and the children watch as she drinks the blood of the animals. The next day, William wakes up to find the barn destroyed, the animals dead, the twins missing, and Thomason unconscious with bloodied hands. At that moment, Philip attacks William to death. Catherine appears and blames Thomason for everything upon seeing the blood on her hands. Thomason tries to tell her that she is not the witch.
I'm your daughter.
But Catherine, hysterical, hits her until her daughter finds a knife to defend herself. Catherine tries to strangle her, but Thomason has no choice but to use the knife. Now alone, she takes off her bloody clothes and falls asleep sitting. She wakes up at night and, knowing that Philip could be the devil, decides to go to the barn and ask him to speak to her as he spoke to the twins. The goat responds.
What dost thou want?
Thomason asks what he can offer her, and he offers her a better life, full of abundance. Philip, now in human form, asks her to undress and makes her sign a book. What was once a joke to Mercy now becomes reality. Thomason makes a pact with the devil and agrees to give him her soul. She walks naked into the forest with Philip until she reaches a coven full of witches, also naked, celebrating around a bonfire. Thomason joins them and begins to float with them. Upon realizing that she is now also a witch, she starts laughing maniacally. And that is how the movie ends. The rabbit that always appears is probably also the devil, trying to lure the family to the forest, just as he lured Caleb to the witch's house. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you next time.